Hi everybody, this is Grace here, Airwana317, and I want to talk about the Where the Wild Things Are movie, which I loved, and I was afraid because, that book is pretty much the reason that I'm the voracious reader that I am today, and I was wondering, if it would live up to my expectations of the book and everything, but it did. But I'm actually not going to give a full review. I actually wanted to talk about a specific part of the film that really spoke to me, and it was out of the blue. There's a particular line, and I wrote this review and I posted it on my blog, which is kind of like a secret blog. I don't really give it out that often, but you can go and read this if you want. But that's the full review, but I'm just going to read part of what I wrote there. You'll have to forgive me, but I put it down like better in writing than I could ever say it in video, so I'm just going to read this part. I talk about how one of the things that I love about the movie is how dangerous it is. And, how Max is constantly getting, nearly squashed by giant monsters, or there's a lot of destruction and having fun, like knocking things down and all that stuff in the movie. And then let me pick it up here. And far from being disturbing, I thought, how wonderful. I mean, there's a beautiful and astounding line where Carol, which is the main wild thing, one of the main wild things, is trying to express his frustration to Max, and he says, "Do you know how it feels when you keep losing your teeth, and you notice them getting farther apart until they all fall out and you just don't have teeth anymore?" And that sounds kind of weird, but the whole thing was kind of weird. But I mean, getting back to it, I think this is what happens to us when we grow up. Our imaginations, our minds lose their teeth, lose that danger, that edge. We stop thinking of the world as a big and scary place. We lose that sense of danger again and wonder little by little until it's completely gone. If you think about it, we really don't have to lose our teeth. We just let it happen. If we want, we can fight for them. Keep a little sharpness in our bite. And then, because Banned Books Week was just a little while ago, it's been on my mind, and so I went a step further, and I said parents who try to ban books are the sort of people who think children need to be shielded or protected from the horrors of the world. But what this film and the book that inspired it shows more than anything is that there is a landscape of terror, violence, anger, sadness, wonder, beauty, and joy inside each child. You can't censor your children's nightmares. You can't take a child's imagination off the shelf. Kids feel real feelings and struggle with real issues and are exposed to real dangers and unsettling situations. Rather than being the kind of person who would take this away, who would hide the boat or burn the wolf suit or send Max to a shrink to squelch his unhealthy fantasies, I hope more and more people will choose to be like Max's mom. Maybe you can't shield your child from everything, but you can always be there with a huge hug and a warm meal at the end of the day. So, in conclusion, I thought, oh, never mind, that gets off into a whole other tangent, so I'll leave that part. But basically, that was just my 2 cents on the whole thing. That line just came out of nowhere, but it was so beautiful, talking about losing your teeth, and that's the kind of thing that, if you ask a kid to tell you a story, they'll have all these wild and crazy things and go off on all these rabbit trails, and that's the sort of detail that would be in like a kid's story that they tell you. But it's also the kind of thing that strikes true, like on an emotional level. You just realize that is so true. We do lose our teeth as we get older. We do lose the sense that the world is a big and wonderful, scary, but ultimately amazing place. And we don't have to. At least I don't think we do. And we also shouldn't try to steal that from our kids by limiting them. I mean, there are some things, obviously, that would be a little bit disturbing for a kid, but on the whole, we should encourage imagination, even if a little bit of danger comes with it, because ultimately that's the most rewarding and rich kind of life to lead. So, that's my thoughts on it. Don't mean to get all deep on you or anything, but I was just so touched by that part of the movie that I just wanted to share it with you guys. So, if you haven't seen it, I hope that you do get a chance to, and I hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.